A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to St George's Park. What a game we've got in store for you today. As top take on second in the men's FQPL 1, it's St George Willawong going head to head with Brisbane Strikers. It's the league's meanest defence taking on the most potent attack, and it promises to be an epic showdown. I'm Adam Cattell. Thanks for joining me today on FQTV. Let me take you through the two sides, starting with the hosts, St George Willawong, who have in goal and captain Nikola Popovic, number 2 Umaru Sheriff, number 3 Ben Barrett, 6 Ethan Smith, 10 Mitchell Herman, 17 Jordan Davey, 18 Josh Wilson, 20 Deng Deng, 9 Jacob Fullock, 11 Alex Simmons, and 5 Freddie Bahombwa. On the bench, Laughlin Sharma, Fiston Chungu, Sazdo Georgiev, Darcy Pearson, Danilo Kovacevic, and Ryan Kim is the reserve goalkeeper. As for Brisbane Strikers, they have Jared Tyson in goal, 8 is Connor Booth, 10 Jake McLean, 11 Scott Coulson, 13 Dominic Van Bremen, 17 Ryan Cockell, 18 and captain Matt Fertel, 23 is Sam Cronin, 4 Daniel Cunha, 5 Jake Kuskari, and 3 is Jack Boxall. On the bench for the Strikers, Daniel Champness, Sefran Jaifo, Adam Edgar, Sam Pickett, Cameron Nairn, and the reserve keeper is Liam Myers. Our referee today is Saeed Alipur. He'll be assisted by Ryan Ball and Mitchell Lawson. Kickoff is moments away. St George Willawong currently top of the table, just 10 goals conceded so far this season. As for Brisbane Strikers, just 2 points behind, and they certainly do have the most potent attack. 34 goals scored in just 10 games. Looks like it will be the home side to get us underway in their all-red colours. Brisbane Strikers in their all-yellow strip, going from right to left on your screen. Saeed Alipur gets us underway here at St George's Park. Well, St George Willawong have been on an upward trajectory. 5 promotions in 8 seasons, and they're on course to make it 6 from 9. Has been an extraordinary rise through the Football Queensland pyramid for this team, who were only formed back in 2010. As St George Willawong get straight on the front foot, as we can see there, their last 5 results. They had a 3-1 win away at Eastern Suburbs last weekend. Coach Danny Jidic has made 3 changes from that side. As for Brisbane Strikers, they too enjoyed a 3-1 victory last weekend at home to Caboolture's. The clearance went straight into Jake McLean there. Could have gone anywhere. As you can see, they've been scoring goals for fun, Strikers, this year. Looking to return to the NPL and what's currently now a 3rd year without top-flight football at Perry Park. And they've assembled a strong-looking squad. A win tonight would take them top. It's certainly not going to be easy against this St George team, who come forward again now. Here's Deng. Simmons. Back with Smith, who spreads the play. A touch here for Freddie Bahombwa. St George work it into the penalty area, headed away by Cunha. Might drop here. Didn't quite fall for Jacob Fullock, who is one of those 3 changes, came off the bench last weekend to score at Eastern Suburbs. Surely that's a foul by Deng, and it is. Yes, both Jacob Fullock and Alex Simmons came off the bench to score in that 3-1 victory last weekend. And they've both been included in the starting 11 today. The number 5, Freddie Bahombwa, is the other change from last week. Ball cleared, big shout for a foul there. Looks like it might have been given, and I think actually offside is the call. Thought for a moment Scott Coulson might be in a bit of trouble there. Free kick taken by Coulson. It's given away cheaply by strikers. Forward by Simmons. Fullock now. Just to lay it off, and the shot from Herman is blocked. Smith on the follow-up. And eventually strikers can clear their lines, but only as far as Herman. Lively start here, home side on the front foot, it's Deng. Wilson, back to Deng. Low ball across the box, could have gone anywhere. I think eventually, a free kick has been awarded and strikers can just catch their breath. Lively start here by the home side. Now a chance for strikers to move forward with Sam Cronin. First we've seen of him. Coquel to Boxall. Boxall with the ball in. It'll drop all the way here for Connor Booth. Cronin. That's worked nicely to McLean. Gets it back. And it's some strong defending there by Bahombwa. Cronin again now. Booth with a chance to cross. McLean. Cunha spreads it to Coquel. Brisbane strikers just enjoying a nice spell of possession there. This is only St George Willawong's third home game of the season after the renovations to their pitch here took a little bit longer than expected, so second half of the season we'll see them have a lot of home games here, so whether that proves to work in their advantage, I guess time will tell. Ball by Ethan Smith, who by my reckoning is one of 4 former strikers in the St George Willawong squad today. Ball back with Popovic, who's into his 6th season now with St George. And back to Jared Tyson, who's a goalkeeper who's got plenty of A-League experience, notably with Western Sydney Wanderers. Joined the side from Sunshine Coast Fire at the end of last season. Played into the feet of Simmons, now Bahombwa. That was well read by Cunha, and strikers with a chance to get forward. Boxall showed far too much of that there. And Coulson with a nice bit of defending. Scott Coulson, plenty of experience at Brisbane City, Eastern Suburbs, Rochdale and Capellaba. He's unable to keep that pass in, and it's St George Willawong throw-in, which is taken not from the spot, and I think Syed Alipur just making sure that throw-in is taken from the correct spot. It might be a long one here from Deng Deng. Another former Capella Bar player, and it comes. Met by the head of Coulson. Back in by Deng. Cunha into Sam Cronin, who was another new addition to this strikers lineup. He's had 11 goals this season, the former Peninsula Power player. These two sides did meet back in February at Perry Park. That was in the Kappa Pro Series. It was a 4-0 win for strikers that day as St George Willawong try and work it into the box, but Van Bremen can get that one away. Again, it's a cheap turnover from Brisbane strikers. Deng, who's been in the thick of the action in this opening 8.5 minutes. Barrett electing to go back to Popovic. Lovely flick on now, and there's space here for Alex Simmons. Tries to work it onto the left foot. And the shot comes in from Herman. And the rebound is just wide from Alex Simmons. What a chance there for St George Willawong. It was Simmons initially. And the ball breaking for Mitchell Herman. Save from Tyson. And agonisingly wide with the follow-up from Alex Simmons. Great opportunity there for the home side. Ethan Smith will take this corner. Just a little bit of pushing and shoving for Syed Alipur to sort out. It's a low one. Looking for the flick and almost dropped for Deng. In the end, the decision goes the way of strikers. Haven't really been allowed to get into their rhythm yet, the away side. Coulson back to Tyson. Long from Tyson. Left by Deng. Again, the early throw in. Chested down by Herman. Does well there to draw the free kick. Ethan Smith to take this one. He actually rejoined the club last season. Clipped in by Smith. Barrett with a chance to get this ball in. A good header there from Boxall. Shot comes in, blocked by the striker's defence. It was Jacob Fullock who certainly hit that true. They'll come again here, St George. In it goes again. This Brisbane striker's defence certainly getting a workout. Thurtell wanted the throw-in, didn't go his way. Haven't seen much from him so far. Cunha to Boxell, former Brisbane City and Pine Hills player. Popovic Dispatches that straight to Bahomwa. Support from Smith. First time ball, but I think Fullock was on the same wavelength that time. Kuskari to Booth. As I mentioned in the intro, St George Willawong only formed in 2010. Club has Serbian roots, and they have been on a fantastic journey as the clearance drops for Deng. 5 promotions in 8 seasons and on course to make that 6 from 9. 8 wins from their opening 10 games. Just 1 draw and a defeat at Southside Eagles. And they mean business as Simmons makes his way to the byline. In it comes from Simmons. Herman couldn't direct the header. Fullock will pick up the pieces. Nice little back heel to Bahombwa. Finding Smith at the edge of the box, shooting chance, but always going over the top. So we watch on the replay. Not enough to trouble Jared Tyson, more troubled the fella there sat behind the goal. St George Willawong, who finished second behind Broadbeach United in last season's FQPL 2. To gain promotion here to FQPL 1, they actually lost the grand final to Magic United in the end. It was a 5-1 defeat that day. But still, promotion very much the priority. Well, speaking to club president Zach Popov in the week, he was hopeful to get a healthy looking crowd here at St George's Park this afternoon. It looks like they have turned out in their numbers. And so far, you'd have to say the home side have been the better of the two sides. 15 minutes gone here. Still awaiting our first goal. Booth. Cunha to Coulson. Long diagonal ball from him, trying to find Fertel. Lays it off nicely to Kuskari. Inside to Booth, gets it back. Eventually cleared long. Simmons will give chase, but eventually a loose clearance behind the St George Willawong dugout. Coached by Danny Jidic, who's returned to the club last season after a spell at Holland Park Hawks. Looking to make it 2 promotions from 2 for him. He'll be pleased with the start his side have made so far. Barrett. Kuskari was under it. Won back well. Oh, but Said Alipur did spot an infringement. Free kick taken quickly by strikers. Oh, and Cunha under pressure there. Maybe wasn't expecting the ball from his keeper that time. They've certainly done well, the home side, to starve the service to Matt Fertel and Sam Cronin, who are the league's top goal scorers in FQPL 1. Matt Fertel with 12 goals. Actually spent last season at Brisbane City in the NPL. And Sammy Cronin, who's got 11. Now Herman does well to get free of Cunha. Football over the top, but Tyson read it well. Brisbane Strikers, who finished 4th in the FQPL 1 last season, had a semi-final defeat to Surfers Paradise, 3-0 after extra time that game finished. And they are desperate to secure a return to the NPL. Strong tackle there by Davey. He's set Fullock away and Tyson comes scampering out of his area to kick that into touch. Brisbane Strikers, who appointed Daniel Carew as their head coach at the start of the season. Plenty of experience at this level with Sunshine Coast Fire. Deng. Barrett to Smith. This is Josh Wilson, another former Strikers player. Free kick to the Saints. Will be Sheriff to take this, former Holland Park Hawks player. Headed away by Cunha. Now Deng. Kakel switches the play to Kuskari. Forward by McLean. Met by Sheriff. "20 minutes gone. St George Willawong 0, Brisbane Strikers 0. If you've just joined us, home side have had the better of it so far, although Strikers just slowly now working their way into the game as we have a second ball into the field. Throw-in taken by Kuskari into Thurtell, lays it off to Cronin. Thurtell again. Coquel has to go back. Coulson plays it out to Kuskari and it comes from him. It's a deep one. It'll be retrieved by McLean. And Boxell wins it back and it's now Jake McLean shooting chance. Can Deng prevent the corner? Throw in it is. Certainly no foul there on Connor Booth. And now St George with a chance, but that ball didn't drop for Alex Simmons. Wilson. Kakel can get it back to Jared Tyson. Oh, and Van Bremen runs into trouble. And the ball is played. Shooting chance! Oh, great save from Tyson! Well, it was given away by Dominic Van Bremen. Jared Tyson saves his blushes. Ball came in from Davey. The shot was from Herman, and Tyson got down well to make the stop. Another presentable opportunity for the home side, as I think Brisbane strikers were looking for the advantage there, but Syed Alipur has brought play back, I think to the annoyance of the away bench. I think they're asking the question there. Wilson. Deng cuts inside. Smith stretching and just about reached its intended target, and Sheriff will go back to Nikola Popovic, who certainly had less to do than his opposite number thus far. You might have picked up the expletive there. I think that just about sums up the first half of this first half for Brisbane strikers so far, but they've got it back now with Jake McLean. Kakel to Cunha. And despite strikers not being at their best so far, of course, game is still 0-0. Took down well by Coulson. Looking for Boxell if he can keep that in. They judge not to. That long throw in again by Deng, but Coulson more than equal to it. Bahombwa given away. Lovely skill by Jake McLean. He's got some options here. It's Matt Furtell looking to take on Sheriff. Shooting chance for McLean, and he squeezed it in. And against the run of play, you've got to say Brisbane strikers have the lead. And it's Jake McLean who finds the back of the net, started the move and finished it. Didn't quite catch the shot cleanly, but actually I think it worked to his favour and just squeezed past Popovic. And Brisbane strikers have the lead after 24 minutes. Jake McLean, who rejoined the side after 3 seasons at Peninsula Power, who was part of the Brisbane Strikers team that reached the 2019 FFA Cup semi-finals. And again, at the heart of the action here. Certainly that goal looks to have given new life to this strikers now, and they're coming forward again. Boxell. McLean. Won back by St George, but given away again to Coulson. Cunha can spread that to Kuskari. Forward by Booth. Into McLean again. Here's Furtell. In comes the cross. Looking for Furtell with his back to goal. Couldn't quite bring it under his spell. It's won back well by Jack Boxell, who's acquitting himself well at full back at the moment. Here's Boxell again. Bit of a dispute about which way that throw-in was going to go. It's gone the home side's way in the end. As Fullock marches forward, here's a chance for Jacob Fullock, and he's dragged it wide. And another chance goes begging for the Saints. It was Jacob Fullock there, held off the attentions of Coulson and Van Bremen, but just couldn't find the finish. And it remains 1-0. Jacob Fullock, who come off the bench and scored last weekend, former Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Logan Lightning player. And the offside flag is up against Fullock, who aims a quizzical look at the linesman. Coulson. Boxell. Now McLean trying to thread that one through for Thurtell, and Barrett will just put that out for a throw in. I can tell you, despite the scoreline in the top left hand corner showing 0-0, it is Brisbane Strikers who have a 1-0 advantage. Chested down by Thurtell. As if by magic it has appeared there, so confirmation there of that Jake McLean goal after 24 minutes, which is separating the two sides. Hooked on by Wilson. McLean. Now Cronin. Gets it back from Thurtell. Surely that's a foul, and that is the first booking of the game for Jordan Davey. Can't have too many complaints there. Just late there on Sam Cronin, and a chance now for Brisbane Strikers to test Nikola Popovic from here. Looks like it will be Sam Cronin who's charged with taking this free kick. What can he come up with here? 4 in the wall for St George. Here comes Cronin. Probably not one of his better efforts that time. Headed out by Kushkari. 31 minutes gone here at St George's Park. It's St George Willawong 0, Brisbane Strikers 1. If it stays this way, Brisbane Strikers will take over top spot in the FQPL 1 men's competition as we reach the halfway mark with this round 11 clash. So still plenty of football to come. And of course, two sides who will compete at the grand final again. It will be at Suncorp Stadium this year. Forward from Tyson. Wilson. That's a lovely turn there from Josh Wilson. Throw into Brisbane strikers. Boxall takes it, hooked on cleverly by McLean. Now Connor Booth. Now Cunha. Strikers just keeping the ball well here. Booth and little push in the back there, and free kick goes away of Brisbane strikers. I think it might be fair to say the goal certainly has settled the away side, who had been largely second best until that moment. Tyson clearing halfway, but only as far as Ethan Smith. Finding Deng, who'll look to stride forward. And he's done well here. Into the penalty area and comes across, but unfortunately it doesn't match the run there from Deng. Jared Tyson just urging his defenders forward. To the frustration of some of the home support there. Eventually it is punted forward by Tyson. And now Mitchell Herman with a chance to run at the striker's defence. Finds Simmons. Simmons trying to look for the angle. Clipped into the far post and cleared from almost under his own bar there, and strikers get it away. Smith finding Herman. Bahamas make a surging run, but the ball straight into the hands of Jared Tyson. Boxall. Won back well by Smith. Simmons trying to find Bahomwa, but it's intercepted by McLean. Now helped on to Connor Booth. Bahomwa got an important foot in. Kushkari to McLean. Tyson eventually electing to go long, but it's gone for a St George throw in. Deng immediately looks to pick it up. Forward by Smith, but it's read well by Cronin. Cronin again. And Smith does well to recover. Cookell to Booth. In it comes from Kuskari. It's a low one. And now a chance again for McLean. And I think it was an important intervention by Sheriff to stop Jake McLean from getting his second goal there. It will be a striker's corner. It was a nice layoff from Fertel, and yes, Umar Sheriff there getting a vital foot on the ball. Ryan Kokol to take this corner. Whipped in by Kokel. There comes a header. Some appeals for a corner, but goal kick is the decision. Popovic electing to kick early. Fullock the target. He got a head on that and looked like it might have been an awkward landing there for Jacob Fullock. Has been working his way back to full fitness. I think he's been mainly used off the bench so far this season. Looks like he's going to be okay. Coulson. Finding Boxell. But it's intercepted by the St George midfield, and they've won a free kick here on the halfway line. Wilson takes it short to Smith. Now Simmons. Simmons might have a go with the left foot, but he's just shanked that, much to his frustration. Just opened up for him for a second and just couldn't wrap his foot around it that time. I think Jared Tyson there just asking the question of his striker's defence. Well, he could have got out there a little bit quicker to Alex Simmons. Five minutes to go in this first half. Brisbane Strikers with that one goal advantage given to them by Jake McLean after 24 minutes. Deng again looking to try and work his way into the box, and he's done well again, Deng. And it's squeezed into the bottom corner by Jacob Fullock. And St George Willawong have their equaliser. It was almost in slow motion as Deng Deng laid it off and through the crowd all the way into the bottom corner. And you've got to say a deserved equaliser there for St George Willawong. And parity is restored here. Two in his last two now for Jacob Fullock. It is very much all to play for here. Well, there was a big heavyweight bout, of course, this morning in the boxing, and another heavyweight bout here at the top of the FQPL 1 men's. And they've traded some early blows in this opening 42 minutes or so, and it's now one apiece. On McLean, it's just fallen through him here. He's got Fertel to his left. Now Booth goes down under the challenge. Cronin with the quick turn and shot. Herman. Back in by Davey. Headed away by Coulson. It's Deng again. On a lovely turn there from Fullock. Oh, great save, Tyson. That was destined for the bottom corner. But for the reflexes of the strikers, number 1. It was Deng to Fullock again. Lovely turn and snapshot. And a smart save from Jared Tyson to keep us level here. Just a little bit of dispute while we're watching that replay as to whether that had gone for a St George corner. Goal kick is the verdict from Syed Alipur. Well, Brisbane strikers have been indebted to their goalkeepers on a few occasions in this first half. Jared Tyson showing all his experience to keep this at 1 apiece. Drops for Cronin, but it's dispossessed by Davey. Smith now into Fullock. Won back well by Van Bremen. Last minute of normal time here at St George's Park in this first half. Thurtell on the turn. Gets it back from Booth. Booth cuts inside. Finding Cronin. Chance for the cross with Boxell, clipped in nicely, and a good take there from Popovic. And immediately looks for Alex Simmons. About to approach added on time here. Shouldn't have too much really in this first half. Hasn't been too many injuries or stoppages. Tyson finding Coulson. Connor Booth now popping up on the left hand side. Cunha takes us over. I think Brisbane strikers will be happy to get into the sheds at 1 apiece. And that is half-time here at St George's Park. Well, we thought we'd be in store for a cracking game, and it hasn't disappointed so far. St George Willawong 1, Brisbane Strikers 1. Strikers taking the lead after 24 minutes through Jake McLean. And St George Willawong hitting back with a 40th minute equaliser from Jacob Fullock. Make sure you join us for the second half after these messages, live on FQTV.
The Matildas are on fire, but the Socceroos have the breakthrough.
How do I feel this now? One straight off. Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Welcome back to St George's Park and FQTV coming live from St George Willawong in this top of the table clash of the men's FQPL 1, and it hasn't disappointed so far. Scores locked at 1-1. Jake McLean's goal for Brisbane Strikers being cancelled out by that Jacob Fullock equaliser 5 minutes before half time. Home side have probably had the better of it. Jared Tyson has had to make a couple of vital stops at times, but still all to play for. It'll be Brisbane Strikers getting us back underway in their all yellow kits, going from left to right on your screen. We'll let you know if there have been any half-time changes in due course. Just a quick look now, doesn't appear to be any changes. Matt Thurtell, the Strikers skipper, ready to get us back underway here, and hopefully the next 45 minutes will be as good as the first. And here we go. St George Willawong certainly had the better of it before that Jake McLean goal. He just squeezed in past the reach of Nikola Popovic. And then St George Willawong with that equaliser from Jacob Fullock through a sea of bodies into the bottom corner. And Fullock again coming close just before half time, drawing the save from Jared Tyson. As Thurtell switches the play, got a little whack there from Umaru Sheriff, but play continues with Connor Booth. Deflection in the end dropping for Popovic. This is Alex Simmons. As Kuskari, for attention, makes a dash for the byline. The cross over the bar and out for a goal kick. Options on the St George bench in the shape of Fiston Chungu, who was last season's Player of the Year midfielder, former Ipswich Knights player. Another former Brisbane Striker player, Danilo Kovacevic, who was actually part of that 2019 Brisbane Strikers FFA Cup run, coming as a substitute in the semi-final against Melbourne City. And also Sazdo Georgiev. I was a little surprised to see him amongst the substitutes. The former Lions striker had been playing in Serbia last year before making the move to St George Willawong. He scored 6 goals this season. Pretty sure we'll see him at some point as Herman clips it in to the middle. Fullock went down under the challenge, but Syed Alipur, our referee, had a little interest in that. Wilson back to Barrett. Now Cronin. Free kick goes the way of Strikers. Taken by Coulson and in by Boxall. Looks like I spoke too soon. Number 9, Adam Edker there at the top of your screen. Must have been a half-time introduction. Plenty of experience at this level. The former Wynnum Wolves Mitchelton man. Come off the bench for Wynnum last season in their 1-0 victory over Surfers Paradise at the Suncorp Stadium. Now Jacob Fullock with a chance to deliver the cross. And it comes from Fullock, and Tyson had to lay a glove on that. Here is Adam Edgar. Thinking it might be Ryan Cakel who's made way as the goal scorer McLean just turns his way out of trouble nicely. Now Kuskari putting that cross in. It's headed away by Barrett and collected by Deng Deng. Fullock turning well to get past Boxall. Jacob Fullock cuts it back, finding Deng Deng, and his touch just let him down there. The St George number 20, and a collision there with Jared Tyson, who's still down and may require some treatment. It's that combination again with Fullock and Deng. And both players able to get back onto their feet, and play can continue. Van Bremen switches it well to Kuskari. Inside to Fertel, but runs into Sheriff. Picked up by Herman. Now Josh Wilson. Finding Fullock down the line, but it was, I was going to say read well by Boxall, but I think there'd been a foul committed on Wilson, who will take this free kick now for St George. Clipped in by Wilson, and it's an easy take there for Jared Tyson, who just a little bit of contact there with Ben Barrett and theatrically falling to his feet. Oh, and a bit of a loose one there from Bahombois, and forces Popovic into the clearance there. A throw-in taken by Booth. Switch to Boxell. Inside to McLean. Nice turn there from Edgar, but Davey able to intercept, and now Fullock looking to barge his way through the middle of the striker's defence. Ball with Daniel Cunha. Again, the early cross there from Kushisheri. Wilson's got Deng making strides in front of him. Here is Deng. And Cunha equal to the task and winning the free kick. I don't think there was any question there. That was a foul on Daniel Cunha. Booth to Kuskari. On a bit of a heavy touch there, and it'll go for a St George throw in. Connor Booth checks back, finds Fertel. It's given away, and they can come forward here with Mitchell Herman. Simmons now, early cross to the far post. And again, Fullock is the man who goes down under the challenge, but play on is the call. Certainly had some of the home support asking the question as well. Kusuri now with a chance to move forward. It's left by Booth. He looked to try and get the return off Adam Edker, but Ethan Smith is able to clean up. Now Deng able to stretch those long legs, but shows too much of it to Boxell, who will go back to his goalkeeper. Kushari played into the path of Cronin, but it's a strong challenge by Bahombwa. Here comes St George through Josh Wilson. Ball dropping nicely there for Jared Tyson. 10 minutes gone in this second half. Score still locked at 1 apiece. A win for Brisbane Strikers will see them take top spot in the men's FQPL 1 competition. Wilson now to Fullock. Oh, but a loose pass there from Fullock, and Strikers pick it up with Connor Booth. McLean holding off the attentions of Ethan Smith. Gets it back from Booth. Cronin to Booth. Nice switch of play there from Brisbane Strikers. Boxall to Cronin. Moved again from left to right to McLean. He's got Kuskari on the inside. Elects to find Cronin. Cronin takes it early. Fine save from Popovic. Tipped over the bar for a striker's corner. Well, we know Sam Cronin is dangerous from here, and only one thing on his mind there, and a strong hand there from Popovic to turn that over the bar. Edgar. Cunha. In low from McLean. It might fall again for Sam Cronin, but doesn't connect as well that time. And again, just only needs half a yard of space, Sam Cronin. And he can hurt teams. 11 goals this season. Plenty of NPL experience as well with Peninsula power. Now St George asking some questions, and Simmons has won his side a corner here, which he will, well, I was going to say which he will take. He's actually left it for Mitchell Herman. Barrett and Deng making a nuisance of themselves in there. Ethan Smith just at the top of the penalty area. Swung in dangerously to the back post, and a header from Barrett. And St George Willawong from a goal down now lead by 2-1. And it's Ben Barrett with the header. Just peeled off to the far post. I think Daniel Carew might want to question the striker's marking. And Ben Barrett gives his side the lead here at St George's Park. Just before the hour mark. And St George Willawong could be taking a 5-point lead at the top of FQPL 1. It was a real dangerous corner there from Herman, whipped in with pace, and Barrett losing his marker just to nut that in from almost on the goal line. Into his third year now with the club, Ben Barrett. And St George Willawong, they're now looking for a third. Here comes Jacob Fullock, in it comes again. It's cleared in the end by Van Bremen. Took down nicely by Cronin. Play continues. Wilson rides the tackle, and well, the play has been brought back by Syed Alipur. It's an unpopular decision from both sides there. St George thought they would have the advantage, and I think strikers are actually questioning the awarding of the foul. It will be a St George free kick. Be taken by Ethan Smith. Goes short to Wilson. Headed away, and I think there may have been an offside flag raised there. And it looks like we might have some movement in the dugout. Looks like a double change for the home side. Fiston Chungu is number 44. It looks like it's Jordan Davey who makes way along with Jacob Fullock and Fiston Chungu. And Sazdo Georgiev will be on for these last 28 minutes or so. Sazdo Georgiev was a goal scorer in that 3-1 win last weekend at Eastern Suburbs. He'll have half an hour now to make his mark. Certainly have got quite a strong bench, the home side. Able to call upon the quality of Georgiev and also their player of the season last year in Fiston Chungu. Wilson. Cross comes in. Cunha was under it. Now Deng Deng, and that's come off him last, and Adameka will leave this now for Coulson. Van Bremen to Coulson. Coulson finding Kushari. In it comes from him, but overhit and out for a St George goal kick. Strikers do have Daniel Champness on the bench along with Cameron Nairn, former Sunshine Coast forward. Zephyrin Jaifo is a academy graduate winger as well, who's got plenty of first team experience. And you feel they're probably going to have to make a change shortly, the longer it stays at 2-1. Throw in taken by Boxell. Flicked on by George Jeff. Cunha to Coulson. Being hounded by Wilson, and it's won back well by Josh Wilson. Smith finding Chungu. Chungu to Bahomwa. Wilson. Now in it comes from Simmons. Actually bounced on the top of the crossbar there. Almost a freak goal there for St George. It was Alex Simmons. Not sure that was his intention, but yeah, just grazing the top of the bar there. Booth to Cunha. Cronin. Looking for Fertel, but it's well defended by Deng Deng, and then look at the pace to get on the end of that. I don't know if there's too many quicker than Deng Deng in the FQPL 1. As the St George bench up in unison there, looking for that throw in. I think there might be some movement for Brisbane strikers. Connor Booth looks like he might be departing. And it is Daniel Champness there on your screen, number 7, who will come on, the winger. Joined the club from Moreton Bay United. Obviously a younger brother of Joey Champness, who's got A-League experience. Flick on by George Jeff, and now shooting chance for Herman. Looks like Renjaifo, number 14, has entered the fray as well, so a double change there for strikers. And they're going to need some attacking impetus in this last 20 minutes or so, strikers, and they'll be hoping Champness and Renjaifo can provide it. Wilson to Smith. Smith to Herman. Champness leaving it for Cronin. Long ball forward, but Kushkari can't keep that in, and it'll go for a St George throw in. Just over 20 minutes to go in this one. St George Willawong leading by 2-1. That Ben Barrett goal just before the hour mark, proving to be the difference at the moment. Now Mitchell Herman. And he'll find Simmons. Simmons just held up by Coulson. Simmons trying to wriggle his way through, and well, I think he was looking for a possible handball there from Rengifo, but play continues. Certainly think it would have been a harsh one had it been given. Here's Daniel Champness. Van Bremen. Edgar turns into trouble. Now Georgiev. Strong tackle from Boxell. McLean. Vertel has dropped deep. Finds Kushkari. And Jiffo had made a run in front of him, but it's back with the number 5. Here is Rengifo. It's a good looking cross and across the face of goal there and out for a throw in. You could see Matt Vertel with his hands on his head there. It was just evaded everyone, whipped in with some pace and couldn't find a yellow shirt. Vertel. McLean gets it back. Rengifo. Now Vertel. Good defending by Sheriff. Cronin faced with a wall of red shirts in front of him. Goes back to Kuskari. Clip forward from him. But Bahoma read it well. Forward from Coulson. Miscue with the clearance there from Deng. Strikers throw in. 72 minutes gone. Boxall with the throw in. Wilson, and he wins the foul from Adam Edgar. A chance for St George to take the sting out of that Brisbane Strikers attack. Not in a great hurry to take this, as you could expect. Good flick on by Georgiev to find his fellow substitute, Chungu. Chungu to Bahomwa. It's given away. Picked up by Rengifo. Goes inside, finds Cronin. Vertel. Now Edgar. One back by St George, and they can try and break forward here. Oh, but another giveaway by Bahombwa. Sheriff across just to see that out for a throw in. There's a few tired legs out there, I feel, at the moment. Bahombwa just guilty of giving away possession there twice in succession. Looks at the referee, but play on is the call. Well, I mentioned it earlier, they've played 8 of their first 10 games away from home, St George Willawong. Only their 3rd home game of the season. So there will be plenty of home games to come in the second half of this season as Edgar tries to poke that through. It's a nice ball there to find Georgiev. Georgiev running at Boxall and finding Wilson. Across the face of goal and no one there at the back post. Jared Tyson in a hurry, as you would expect. Strikers throw in, and I was going to say, it looks like might have stole a few yards there, Boxell. Oh, and then a horrible miscue there from Edgar. Deng with the throw in. Cronin. Play on is the call now. McLean. Then it's given away by strikers. Taken down nicely by Coulson. Looking to step out of defence here, the number 11. And again, there's a look at the referee, but nothing given as Georgiev looking to take on Van Bremen and gets past him and into the penalty area. The angle's tight. Saved by the legs of Tyson. And picked up by Rengifo. Just committed the defender and just couldn't find the finish. Popovic just eating up a few seconds. Forward pass finding Herman. Herman now to Simmons. Simmons looking for the shooting chance. It's Alex Simmons! And he may have secured all 3 points for St George Willawong. He celebrates with the crowd. It was a fine finish. Worked it onto the right foot, an emphatic finish to the back of the net. And that might just be enough to keep the Saints marching on. Lovely goal from the former Eastern Suburbs striker. You can see what it means to that home crowd there. And this remarkable ascent that this club are on. What a journey it's been for them. Looks like Darcy Pearson, number 14, is going to come on for this last 11 minutes or so. Another former Brisbane Strikers player. I'm not sure what that was there from Brisbane Strikers, but Nikola Popovic will happily hold on to that. Coulson, Brisbane Strikers are going to need something pretty special here. They're looking at what will only be their second defeat of this FQPL 1 season. Trying to respond here through Edgar. In it comes from Adam Edgar. It's a good looking cross. It's headed away by Bahomir at the far post. Champness trying to take on Bahomir. The judge to have fouled the number 5. There might be some more activity on the bench. It's a change for the strikers. Number 20, this is Cameron Nairn, former Caboolture Sunshine Coast forward. Tuskeri looks like he'll be making his way off around the side of the pitch. So I think all their attacking options are on the field now, Brisbane Strikers. They've really got to roll the dice now in this last 10 minutes. And Van Bremen has a problem, maybe just a touch of cramp. Getting some assistance there from Jared Tyson. I think they're saying there may have been a head contact there, in which case we will require the physio. Just going to check on Van Bremen that he's okay to continue. Sam Pickett is the remaining substitute. Top of the league, you'll never sing that, was a cry from, well, I'm guessing a St George supporter then. And they certainly look like they're going to be opening up a 5-point advantage. You would say they're looking pretty good for this 6th promotion in what would be 9 seasons. I think we are going to see Sam Pickett now. So Sam Pickett on number 22. Looks like he'll be filling in at fullback. So Strikers have now used all their substitutes as Deng, who's had a really good game on the right flank there, intercepts. And now they're chasing a 4th St George. This is Kovakovic. Pearson now winning the corner. Barrett again is forward. They'll try and keep a closer eye on him this time. They've certainly got some height from these set pieces, St George. Taken and headed away by Fertel, but shot comes back in, scramble on the goal line. And another corner for the Saints. In it comes deeper this time, looking for Deng. It'll drop here for Cameron Nairn. And then I think this might be a booking here for Darcy Pearson. Only been on the pitch a couple of minutes, and I think that's called taking one for the team there, just to stop Nairn in his tracks. Headed away by Barrett. Pickett just trying to prize that ball from George Jeff. It goes for a striker's throw in. Just over 5 minutes plus stoppages remaining. Fertel switches it nicely. Rengifo now popping up on their left flank, taking on Deng. Wilson for company as well, still going Rengifo. Might find support. Gets it from the skipper and runs straight into Deng, but no foul, says Saeed Alipur. Not sure Deng could really get out of the way there, to be fair. Goal kick taken by Popovic. Collected by Rengifo. It's dropped nicely for Adam Edgar. Popovic is alert. Said 6th season now for Nikola Popovic, club captain. Did make an important stop when the scores were level to tip over that effort from Sam Cronin. Here is Cronin now for strikers. Cronin still going. Finds Fertel. Just wouldn't drop for Sam Cronin though. Ball back with Pickett. Helped on by McLean. Champness. Nice move here from Brisbane strikers, but the cutback is hacked away by Ben Barrett, who might have had a bit more time then than what he realised. I think it's a throw in, it's gone for there, right by the corner flag. And Chungu just doing enough there to see that out for a goal kick. 3 minutes now plus stoppages. St George Willawong confirming top spot here in the FQPL 1 men's. Cleared by Barrett, kept in by George Jeff. Referee just having to move out the way quickly as it's launched forward, looking for Pearson. Cleared by Pickett. Now McLean. McLean to Champness. Fertel. Worked nicely, in it comes. It's taken by Popovic. Cross coming in from Cameron Nairn. Kovacevic now. Pearson couldn't hold on to it, but it's gone out for a St George throw in, and I think we've got one more change now from the home side. Looks like Laughlin Sharma, number 4, will be coming on. Josh Wilson, who's had a energetic game there in the heart of the St George midfield. Laughlin Sharma, who started against Eastern Suburbs last weekend. Just come on and help see out these last few minutes or so. Danny Judith's team heading for a famous win. Pearson. Boxall clears. Edgar now. Fertel. Bahumwa will sweep up and find Darcy Pearson. Pearson helping it on. He's got Chungu at the edge of the box if he can find him. Here's Fiston Chungu. Chungu with the shot. Deflected, and it will be a Saints corner. Into the last minute of normal time. Deflected off Pickett there, and another St George corner. I think they might be electing to take this one short, as you might expect, just looking to see out this 2-goal advantage. In fact, Georgiev electing to cross that in, but it's taken by Tyson. Headed away by Sheriff. Forward it goes. Away by Sheriff. Chungu. Nicely done by Deng. Goes for a striker's throw in. Heading into the second minute of added on time, and I think there will be a few minutes to play here. We obviously had that stop for Van Bremen and plenty of substitutions, so I would hazard a guess of at least 3 or 4 minutes to go as the ball is swung into Edgar. That's a fine header, and Brisbane Strikers have a goal back, and we are in for an interesting last few minutes here. Lovely looping header from Adam Edgar. Ball was played in by Pickett, and that is an excellent header there from Adam Edgar. And maybe the celebration party can't start just yet here for St George. I think all eyes now on Syed Alipur and how much time he's got left to add on here. Was looking quite comfortable for the home side, but that Adam Edgar goal has changed the complexion of these last few moments. Well, here come Strikers. Could they snatch what would be an unlikely draw? Pickett bursting forward, but it's given away there by Nen. Anywhere will do for St George. Georgiev giving chase. Tyson taking the throw in. Coulson forward and finding Nen. Champness gets it back, it's into the box, and a scramble. Fertel still got it. Matt Fertel goes down under the challenge, nothing given. Into the box, away by Kovacevic. My goodness me, Brisbane Strikers going for an equaliser here. Only as far as McLean. In it goes again, headed away. They want a handball, Brisbane Strikers. It's play on, is the call. Cameron Nairn looking for Pickett and hacked away for a Strikers throw in. Nearly 93 and a half minutes to go. Coulson across. I think this is going to be a long throw in here. Brisbane Strikers chucking everything at it. Into the box. Headed away. Ball back with Boxall. Strikers have everyone forward, and Fertel is onto it. He just couldn't get it under his spell. And Popovic holding on to the ball for dear life. Well, this didn't seem likely a few minutes ago. Brisbane Strikers trying to find an equaliser. And that is full time here at St George's Park. St George Willawong hold on to see this game out by 3 goals to 2. It was Brisbane strikers who took the lead through Jake McLean. Equaliser from Jacob Fullerton just before half-time, before a header from Ben Barrett. And then Alex Simmons made it 3-1. An Adam Edgar header give us a nervy last few minutes. But it's St George Willawong who take the 3 points. I've been Adam Cattell. Thanks for watching today on FQTV. I'll see you next time.